Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to our study group today. And today's call is on the lesson, Don't Clean Your Plate. Hope everybody is ready for this today. Hi, Miss Mary. Hi, Cindy. All right. So today's lesson, again, is on Don't Clean Your Plate. So what this works on is hi there, Cindy, is the programming and the beliefs that we have that often come from childhood about finishing our food or about not wasting food. So by having this programming from our childhood, this is something that can cause us to overeat. So if you are one of those people who, has a plate of food, you notice yourself getting full, maybe you're satisfied, but you feel like you need to keep eating, because you don't want to waste the food, you don't want it to go away, then this is probably the right place for you today. So, what I'm going to have everybody do today is just visualize our food, and we're going to walk through this exercise together and see what emotions come up. We're going to do a little bit of tapping around it. And then if there's anything a little deeper we might need to explore, we'll see, if time allows, if we may need to explore some echo tapping or what else we might need to get into with that. But before we get started, hi, Coach John, I see you there. Before we get started, I just wanted to check in with everyone and see if you've got any wins to share from the past few days. And also, I'd like to know if you've got any questions about this lesson before we get started, before we get into the exercise, anything that you would like to know or any comments you have. Okay, Margaret, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay. I have what I consider a major win. I have Hershey Kisses in my house, untouched. I think about them as like, I don't really want those.
Yes.
I cannot tell you how great that feels. Chocolate is a big deal for me. So I'm very proud of that accomplishment because they are so tempting, but I have to keep them for other people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome, Margaret. I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, that's perfect. It's good when we can have those things around, but not feel like we have to eat them. That way, other people can still enjoy it, but it doesn't derail us from our goals. So that's amazing, Margaret. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes, and one of my favorite afternoon snacks has become an apple with almond butter. It's so good,
Good. Yeah, that's a pretty healthy snack.
really filling too.
Yeah, lots of fiber in there. It's good for you.
Right, right. Okay, thanks.
All right. Thanks, Margaret. All right, Mary, I see your hand up.
Hi there. I have a great win to share. So
Yeah.
one of the lessons, I don't remember which one, but it's to envision what you're going to look like when you are in a thin, slim body. And I've envisioned, I have a sister that's lost 100 pounds. I would love to look trim and slim like her. And that's sort of been my thought process, that I will look like her. But when I was laying in bed last night, sort of going to sleep, I felt it for the first time. I
Oh,
felt
wow.
what it would be like to be in a thin, slim body. And I
Yeah.
loved it. It was so cool. Um, and when I think about it now, it's almost like I'm inside of this coat. And it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that the coat is going to go and that I'm inside of it. That's all. That's sort of all I can explain. The only way I can explain it. But it
Yeah.
was cool.
I love that feeling. Yeah, that's awesome,
Good.
Mary. And having that feeling, being able to visualize and embody that version of you. I'm sure Don can tell you a lot about this. That helps quantum leap your reality when you can feel that version of yourself, when you can
Yeah.
imagine yourself being there, gets you there a lot faster.
I I can't wait.
Good work.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else or any other questions about the lesson before we get started? And then I'll dive right into it. Yes, Cindy.
I just had a question. I don't have lot of memories of being told you have to clean your plate and things like that. Although I will say that I generally don't like wasting food. It's hard. Like I've done the throw your food out a couple times and it was easier the second time. But anyway, just in doing this exercise, I don't know if we're going to be focusing on a specific time when somebody said that to us, but I really don't remember that being part of the conversation. It could have been, but I don't necessarily remember that.
Okay.
So, do you have any suggestions for that?
Yeah, so I'm going to walk us through the exercise. And in doing the visualization, it will bring up whatever your triggers are. So we'll just kind of wait and see what comes up for you. It's a little different for everyone.
Okay.
Some people, don't necessarily have a lot of triggers in this area. So we'll just see what comes up. But anything that's around food waste, or anything like that should get triggered while we're doing this. So I'll make sure and check in with everyone when we do this visualization, when we get to that part, because I want to hear from everyone what's coming up for you. What are those messages? If there's any resistance, because that's what we're going to look to clear.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So we'll just take it one step at a time and see where it leads us. All right, everybody. So what I would like for you to do is just get comfortable in your seat. I want you to take a couple of nice deep breaths and let your shoulders relax. Let your body relax. Feel yourself in your chair. Feel yourself connected to your seat and feel yourself grounded. And I want you to imagine that you're sitting at your table. So close your eyes and imagine that you're sitting at your table where you normally eat your food. And I want you to imagine that you have your most favorite meal there in front of you. Might be a plate of pasta, could be a big steak, whatever it is that's your favorite meal. And I want you to see that meal there in front of you. I want you to notice all of the colors and all of the textures. See the steam rising off of your plate. And I want you to even just inhale and smell that food and smell how delicious it is. And I want you to just start to feel yourself salivate for this meal. Noticing how good it smells, how good it looks. Notice how much you want it. And I want you to pick up your fork, your spoon, whatever's the right utensil. Maybe it's something handheld. And I want you to imagine taking a bite of this meal. And I want you to savor all of the flavors. Notice all the taste, all the textures, how delicious it feels, how delicious it tastes. And notice your desire to have more of this food. But instead of taking another bite, you're going to pick up that plate, walk over to your trash can, and you're going to dump it inside on top of all the other garbage in there and just throw this meal out. And I want you to imagine standing there looking at this perfectly good meal, your favorite meal, in this disgusting trash bin. And I want you to tell me what feelings come up, what thoughts come up around this right now. And I want you to put that in the chat for me. Tell me what thoughts are coming up. What's the reaction to throwing away this perfectly good, delicious meal? Such a waste. Yes. Sadness because I want to eat it and taste it. Okay. What a terrible waste. Yeah. That was my favorite. I don't get it very often. The waste, I don't know when I'll have it again. Good. But I was hungry. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. So I want you to again close your eyes. Imagine yourself looking at this meal in the trash and just feeling all those feelings that you're feeling right now, that it's such a waste. It's so good. I just want it. I was hungry for it. I don't know when I'll have it again. And go ahead and start tapping on your karate chop point and just repeat after me. Even though I'm having all these feelings,
Even though I'm having all these feelings,
I completely love and accept myself. And you can fill in whatever emotions you're having here. So feel free to get specific with it. Even though I'm having all of these feelings, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I don't want to throw away this food, I love myself deeply and I'm willing to explore this. Okay, so start tapping through the points now. Again, thinking about this food, focusing on these feelings, how it feels in your body to throw this away. And just repeat after me. I don't want to throw this food away. It's such a waste. That was a perfectly good meal. It's such a waste to throw it away. I don't want to let it go. I don't know when I can have it again. This doesn't feel fair. I don't want you to take it away from me. It's such a waste. What are people going to think? Who am I to just throw this food away? It's so wasteful. It's so disrespectful. It's not right to waste food. It's not right to just throw it away. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't like wasting this food. I don't like throwing it away. What if somebody gets mad at me? What if they think I'm a wasteful person? I just don't want to throw this food away. It doesn't feel right. Good. All right. So everyone, keep your eyes closed. Keep tapping. Take a deep breath for me. Continue tapping. And just repeat after me. But maybe I can choose to see this differently. Because this is my food. And I can do what I want with it. I can choose to throw it away if I want. I can choose to save some for later. I don't have to eat it all right now. It doesn't have to go to waste. I can save some for later. It's not a waste just because I don't eat it all. I can save some for another time. I know my parents didn't want me to waste food, and society doesn't want me to waste food. But if I eat all this extra food, it's not really helping anyone. It's not really saving anyone. It's just putting extra weight on my body. And I really don't need that. So it's okay for me to throw it away. And it's okay for me to save it for later. I don't need to have it all right now. It's not a waste if it goes in the trash, because it's going to end up in the trash anyway. Even if I eat it, it's still going to turn into garbage. It's going to be waste either way. It's going to be trash either way. So I get to choose. It can go in the trash or it can go on my ass. And I'd rather it go in the trash. Everybody keep tapping. Take another deep breath for me. Go ahead and repeat after me. I can choose to look at this differently. And I recognize this is a little extreme. I don't have to throw perfectly good food in the trash. I can always save it until later. But I'm teaching myself that I don't have to have it now. I can learn to honor my body. I can respect my body when it says I'm full. Even if there's food left on my plate, I recognize that I don't have to eat it. And it's not wasting it if I don't eat it. I'm simply saving it for later. I'm not hurting anybody if I don't clean my plate. I'm not saving anybody by cleaning my plate. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. My loyalty is to myself and to my body. So I'm choosing to honor my body's wisdom. I let go of other people's judgment. I let go of my own judgment. It's okay for me to leave some food behind. It doesn't mean I'm wasting anything. It's a waste if I overeat it. So I'm choosing to look at this differently, in a way that honors myself and honors my body. All right, good job, everybody. So go ahead and keep your eyes closed. You can take a break from tapping. Take another deep breath. I want you to again imagine that meal of yours in front of you, your favorite meal. I want you to see it, see all the colors and textures, see the steam rising off of it. Notice how it smells. Notice how delicious it is. And I want you to imagine that you again take a bite of this food. And I want you to notice in your mind, notice that you feel satisfied, that you don't feel like you need any more of this food. You feel totally satisfied. And I want you to imagine again that you take the plate over to the trash, the food that's left, and you throw away this remaining food. And just notice how that feels now. Notice if it feels less intense, more intense than it did before. If you feel okay with throwing the food away, if there's anything else that comes up. And go ahead and open your eyes and drop in the chat for me what you're feeling now, the second time of throwing this food away. If there's a difference that you notice in how you feel about it, if there's another thought that comes up around it. Okay, I don't feel like I have to eat it, but I'd rather save it for later. That's perfect. Okay. Not so uptight around throwing it away. I can always get more if I really want perfect, Lisa. I'm okay with it. I can save it for later. Okay, awesome. That's where we want to get to. I'm fine stopping eating. I feel sad. I threw it away, but can get it later. Okay, okay. Cindy says, less intense desire for it. What came up the most for me was feeling emotional in the beginning. Karate chop when I said I love and accept myself. That was on my mind. Oh, Cindy. Okay, I'm going to check in with you here in a second, Cindy. So, okay. So that's what we want, is to feel neutral and feel okay with throwing the food away. We don't want to feel very triggered about the idea of throwing food away. Now, in real life, I don't recommend that you just throw away your food. You can if you want to, and some people do recommend that. But I'm very big on, on saving food and saving things for later, especially when we do have a meal that we really enjoy, something that we savor and appreciate. Absolutely save it for later, because then you get to enjoy it twice. The idea is to feel like we don't need to eat everything now, right? That we don't need to clean our plate. We don't have to finish it because it's like, oh, I only get this for a limited time. We're never going to have it again. That's what we want to get away from, so that when you are eating any type of meal, but particularly when you're eating something special or something indulgent, that you can listen to those internal signals that you have. You can notice when you feel satisfied. You can notice when you feel full, and feel okay with, boxing up the rest of that meal, putting it in a Tupperware for later, or throwing it out, versus feeling like you have to finish it because it was just so good. So, okay, a couple things here. Let's see. Okay, throwing it away, but rather have it later. Da, da, da. Wasn't able to get satisfied, but felt a lot less intense when I threw it away. Okay, Sandra. And Mary, your parents threw away food without asking. Threw away food. So Mary, I'm going to come check in with you here in a second. I want to come back to Cindy. So Cindy, feeling emotional in the beginning with the karate chop, saying you love and accept yourself. Okay, so can I check in with you on that? Can you talk to me about that a little bit more? And was that a feeling that came down through the tapping, or was that still there? Talk to me about that.
I still feel like it's still there.
Okay. What's the feeling that you're having? Where's the hiccup for you?
I hate crying in front of people. Sorry.
It's okay.
I think I'm just so discouraged about my body.
Yeah.
and feeling like I've wasted a lot of time.
Mm.
Maybe that I don't trust myself or accept myself the way I am, and that comes down to obviously loving ourselves in spite of the things that we perceive are not right with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right, Cindy, is it
okay,
okay? Is it okay for me to do a little round of tapping with you on our
sure,
now?
sure.
All right, so tap on your karate chop point for me. And everybody, if you'll just tap with us and send Cindy this loving energy, and this may be something you need to work on that you're resonating with yourself as well, okay? All right, so Cindy, I'm going to just put you on mute. I got that for you, don't worry. And go ahead and repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling this sadness, I'm willing to acknowledge it. Even though I notice this judgment about myself, I'm open to shifting it. Even though it's hard for me to even love myself, I acknowledge these feelings and I'm willing to move through them. So tapping through the points now, and just go ahead and repeat after me. All of these feelings, they feel so heavy. I hold so much judgment on myself. I'm so hard on myself. And I don't know how to let that go. It really doesn't feel good. I want to get to a place of acceptance, but I'm not even sure how. But I can acknowledge that I'm having these feelings. And I can acknowledge that feelings are temporary. So I can allow them to move through me. For now, it's okay for me to just breathe. I recognize that I'm showing up for myself. And I can give myself credit for that. That's all I need to do for today. Is just show up for myself. Because that's a way of showing myself love. That's a way of showing myself care. I'm learning to be patient with myself. To take this one day at a time. Everything doesn't have to change overnight. I'm not on anybody's timeline. I'm just learning to love myself a little bit at a time. It feels uncomfortable for me. And that's okay. But I'm willing to shift it. And that's why I'm here. I'm showing up for myself now. I'm showing myself care in this moment. Because I recognize that I deserve it. I can acknowledge that at least. It's a step in the right direction. Part of me knows that I'm worthy of love. I'm trying to connect with that part of me. I give myself grace in this process. I allow myself to be patient, to just take it one step at a time. I know that I am supported here. I know that I'm in the right place. I recognize that better days are ahead. I just need to keep showing up, just one step at a time. And I can let that be enough. I can let these feelings move through me. They don't need to define me. This is just a moment in time. I know that I'm supported here. I know that I'm in the right place. I'm taking it one step at a time. All right, go ahead and take a break from tapping. Take a deep breath. Cindy, is that feeling a little bit better for you?
I think so. I am feeling very emotional, but it's probably one of the underlying things that, is there.
Mm,
So it's great to tap into that.
okay. Okay.
So, but yeah, I am feeling better. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So, yes, this can bring up some underlying stuff for sure. I want to check in with some other folks in the group. But just, be a little inquisitive with yourself about, what's deeper, what's in there.
Hmm.
Um, because this is something to do some echo tapping around for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Mary, I said I was going to check in with you
So,
about the parents.
yeah, so I had a bit different scenario. I immediately went back to my 4-year-old, which is where a lot of my capital T traumas are from. And I had taken some food from the kitchen and was eating it, but I had not asked. And my father was a really harsh man. He came in, he was very, very angry, and he threw the food away because
Mm,
I had not asked. And the sadness that I felt was absolutely about not having the food, but I also was terrified of him.
yeah.
So, so, and this is one of the first times that I've had an echo where I just didn't sob. And
Hmm.
I think that, I don't think that I'm putting the feelings away. I think that I'm just beginning to be able to remember things and not fall apart. To still feel
Mm,
sad. I mean, there's tears in my eyes,
yes.
but I'm okay. You know, and
Yes.
I've always known that I'm going to be okay when I get to the end of feeling and remembering something. I've always known very deeply that I'm okay, that it's painful to do, but I'm going to be okay and I'm going to feel better. And it's the first time that I've been able to do that whole thing and not fall apart, but
Yes.
always be okay at the end.
Mhm.
So that was kudos to little Mary.
Good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's huge, Mary. And that's
yeah,
that's what healing looks like, okay?
yeah,
Healing does not erase our past. It doesn't fix the past. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't even make the emotions of the past go away. But what it does is it helps to regulate them, right? It helps bring down that intensity so that we're not living in those emotions anymore, so that we can visit them, we can see them, but they don't take us over and they don't determine our future behavior. So, Mary, do you want to explore that echo a little bit? It's up to you if that's something you want to do.
I think I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I don't think I'm avoiding it at all because, I mean, you know me, I don't avoid, I jump right in. I
Yeah.
think I'm okay.
Okay.
I had not remembered that. Um,
Hmm.
and I had in the past, I knew my father was really harsh and hard on us, but I hadn't really come up with a lot of times when he did that. But it
Hmm.
definitely came up here.
Yeah.
And, I think I'm okay. So
Okay.
I, I mean, I just want to say that being able to be vulnerable in this group, if I needed to cry, I mean, there are some tears in my eyes, I would cry. I just really appreciate everybody's honesty in these groups because you can be honest and vulnerable it makes it safe for me to be honest and vulnerable. So I just want to thank everybody who's attending.
Yeah, absolutely. I know this group is so magical. All the women here are so special, and this is such a special place
It
for
really
all of
is.
us to, be able to visit these things, to deal with them, excavate them, and have this level of support is such a special.
Big. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, thank
Um,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. And Mary, I know you've had some challenges lately with still wanting to eat the food even past the point of fullness. So there might be a little something in there with that. There might be a part of you, little Mary, it's like, nope, you're not taking this away from me. You're not taking my food. This is mine now. I'm grown. I can eat everything I want. So it
Yep.
might be worth looking at.
Thank you. I that had crossed my mind too. Thanks.
Okay. All right. I see the comments. Everybody else seems to be doing okay. Were there any other questions or anything else that came up that you'd like to discuss from that experience?
I had the issue of food waste came up for me. I live in New York City, and there's always articles about how much food waste is created by restaurants, but people and everything. And I don't know why, but I get so sensitive to that thing. If there's something about I have to recycle, I have to do this, I have to do that. And New York City actually does have a food waste recycling program. So I don't feel is like when I throw food away, I'm like, okay, this is going to go to, whatever they're doing there, they're putting in the soil and trying to make a soil out of it. But I feel this like societal guilt of whenever I waste something. And so that came up for me. It wasn't like overriding as much, and it did lessen, but it's just interesting. It was I thought it would be really personal about me throwing food away, but it was the societal guilt I had.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. And is that still up for you right now? I know you said it came down a little bit, but is that still activated?
It's still activated, but pretty low, definitely under a 5. Um, yeah, so it's still like in the back of my head of but it made me laugh what you said. Whether I put it in the trash or the food recycling, whether I eat it, it's gonna become
Mhm.
waste somewhere. That was
That's true.
actually pretty, yeah, yeah. So it's on a low scale. I would say like maybe a 2 or something.
Okay. How does it feel to imagine having that meal and taking it and putting some away for later? How does that feel as opposed to throwing it away?
That actually, I'm glad you brought that up. That was actually very freeing because I was always um like have to put it in the trash can, pour oil over it so you can't eat it again or something, dish soap or something. But the idea that I can put it away and save it for later and then make the choice later, that was actually it created a lot of freedom in my mind and a lot of space for me to if I was noticing if it's too rigid, like throw it away, you can never have that again. I get really like, ugh, no, no, I have to have it. I have to keep it. So having that option of saving it for later did free up my mind around that.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
that's helpful. And I know this again with Mary, this is a tip that we had shared with her about when you go into a restaurant and they always give you this big old plate of food, you can ask for a to-go box at the beginning of your meal. You can go ahead and
Mm,
portion out what you're going to take home, and it makes it that much easier than having to, fight yourself when you're halfway through a meal and you have that urge of like, oh, I got to eat it all now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and that reminded me, one other thing that came up was how much texture was important about the food.
Mm.
This funny word that people say now, mouthfeel. Like if
Yeah.
it's something very creamy or crunchy. So even if I'm full, I still want that mouthfeel of the food. And
Mhm.
that was interesting to think about that.
But again, if it's like, okay, you can have it later, this isn't no forever, save some for later, that's kind of like, okay, I can enjoy it right now, and I don't have to keep eating it just for the feeling, the sensation it gives me
Yeah.
physically, like in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
Yeah.
perfect. And and that's what this module is all about. It's about the overeating piece, about eating past the point of fullness. That's what we're trying to curb with this. And,
Hmm.
again, I like to say when I have those meals and it's like, oh, you want to just keep eating it because it's good, it's like, well, if I save it for later, then I get to enjoy it again. I get to enjoy it a whole nother time. Whereas if I eat it all now, I just get to have it the one time and I'm going to feel miserable and I'm going to feel guilty and all of these other things. And so, when you start kind of rationalizing it like that, it makes it easier to make those decisions too.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I
Thanks for
agree.
that, Lisa.
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, a couple more comments. The part about it's trash, whether I throw it away or eat it, really helped. I found that my way of avoiding throwing food away is to take less and give myself permission to wait 2 minutes and then to take seconds if I'm still hungry. Yes, I think that's awesome too. When you get to that place, um, well, yeah, just, make a smaller portion to begin with because there's always more and you can always have more. But it's like, let's just see how I feel with this, giving yourself permission to do that. And then, being able to take that space in between. Let me take a couple minutes. Let me see how this feels. And then reassess whether you want to go back because when you're in the middle of eating, your brain hasn't registered yet exactly how full you are and you're still chasing that little dopamine hit of the food. But when you pause for just a couple minutes, go do something else for a second, go wash a couple dishes, go, text a friend or whatever it is, and then see if you even still want it. I think that's a really good tip. Okay. While we were tapping, I got that I made my identity of having enough food. I was hungry when I was younger, so I had to save food to have enough. Oh, overeating when I could was great. I got it. It's not a waste if it's on my waist. I tapped through that, but there's still something there about food being my identity. Okay. Rebecca, do you mind popping on and sharing with us a little bit?
I don't know what else to share there, but I think kind of Mary was saying, it's like you just want to keep eating. And if it's yummy, then I'm happy while I'm eating. If it's not as yummy, it's like I'm still eating, but it's not as joyful, but it serves a purpose, I guess.
Yeah. And so that purpose of it being your identity, what do you think that's about?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's just what just came up, and I hadn't considered that before.
Okay. Would you be open to doing a little bit of echo tapping with us on that?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Rebecca. So, and everybody else, you can close your eyes if you want. Rebecca, I want you to think about this food. Think about this favorite meal of yours. You've eaten a couple bites and going to throw the rest of it away in the trash. And what's the feeling that immediately comes up for you?
I think a little bit of despair, maybe some grief.
Okay, despair and grief. Okay, so think about that feeling of despair and grief. I want you to tap on your karate chop point while you're doing this, thinking about that feeling of grief and despair. And I want you to trace that feeling back in time to when you were much younger. I want you to think of what that feeling reminds you of, the first memory that comes to mind, and tell me how old you are in this memory.
I feel like I was two.
2, okay? All right, so I want you to see yourself at 2 years old. I want you to imagine yourself walking over to that little 2-year-old version of yourself, closer and closer until you're right next to her. And I want you to step inside of her body and be that 2-year-old version of yourself. And I want you to look out of her eyes and be in her body. And I want you to tell me about what is going on around you right now.
The thing that keeps coming is like my mom told me once that they went on like a trip, my parents did, and my grandma watched us, but I wouldn't eat until my mom got back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I had never really thought more about that till just now, but I was really hungry.
Okay. Very hungry. Okay. And what other emotions are you feeling around this? Is there anything else? Is it just straight hunger? Are there any
There's
emotions?
a lot of sadness.
Okay. And what's the sadness about?
I can only really guess that it's just missing my parents.
Okay. So if this little 2-year-old version of you could speak and say what she's feeling and what she wants and what she needs, what would she say right now?
That she was scared.
Yeah. Why are you scared?
I didn't know where my parents were.
Yeah. So I'm so scared. I don't know where my parents are. I'm hungry. I feel alone. And what do you need right now?
I just needed my parents.
Yeah. Just need my parents. I need them to come take care of me. I need them to come feed me. I need them to give me care, to give me love, to give me nourishment. I need their love. I need their care. I need nourishment. I feel scared without it. Good, Rebecca. So tapping through those feelings. Can you check in with those feelings that you're having right now? That fear, that sadness, and just let me know where those feelings are, if they've gone up or down, if they've shifted a little bit. How is it feeling?
Yeah, it's shifting for sure. It's not as intense.
Okay. So coming down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So just imagine speaking out loud to your parents and just saying, I need you. I need you to come take care of me. I need you to give me nourishment. I need you to come and feed me. I need you here. I need to be safe. I need to be held. I need to be loved. I need to be protected. I'm so hungry and I don't feel safe unless you're here. I need you here with me. So just imagine saying all of these things to your parents, letting them know that you need them, you need their protection, you need their love, you need them to be there for you. You need them to feed you, to take care of you. And I want you to imagine that you see your parents there, that they've heard these words from you, they've heard what you need, they've heard you express all of this. And I want you to imagine that they respond to you. I want you to hear what they say and how they react to your words and tell me what you hear back from them. How do they respond to hearing this from you?
Yeah, they're saying we're here for you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
I think
good,
that's
Rebecca.
it.
Okay, good, Rebecca. All right, so what I want you to do is just imagine that there's a beautiful golden light that shines down on you, this little 2-year-old version of you. And I want you to imagine that you step outside of her body as the adult version of you and that you just give her a big hug. And this beautiful golden light that's shining down on you is just bringing this divine healing energy and love around this and this feeling of abundance, of love, of safety, of nourishment, knowing that you always will have enough, knowing that you are enough. And I want you to just tell this little version of you that she is so loved, that you will make sure that she always has enough, that she is always taken care of, that she is always nourished, and that you will be here for her anytime that she needs to call on you. Okay. All right, Rebecca. So spend as much time as you need with this little version of you and taking in this healing light. And then I'm just going to check back in with the group since we've got just a few minutes left here. Right. Okay, Maddie, I see your comment here. What comes up for me is it's so nice. I don't want to deprive myself of this nice feeling. Yes, that one is very, very relatable. So the way you would work with that is doing some tapping around recognizing that the feeling doesn't come from the food. So this could also be a little bit of ball of light that we could do on that food, Maddie, would be one thing that I would recommend. But also, I don't know, Maddie, if you want to pop on or not, it's up to you. But just some tapping around, food is not my only form of pleasure. I don't need food to feel good. I don't need food to feel happy. Food doesn't give me joy. Joy comes from within me. That kind of tapping is what I would recommend, just reframing around that, taking that payoff out of the food, the good feeling out of the food, and, giving that power back to yourself. And then you can remind yourself, if this food is so nice, then I can enjoy that niceness another time. I can save it for another nice meal. I don't have to have all of it now. I'd rather spread out that nice feeling. I'd rather enjoy it over time. I don't have to have all of it now. That's what I would recommend on that. Mary says that light visualization helped my little Mary feel better about that food. I know as an adult I can take the food I need. Oh, good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that, Mary. Oh, this is a good one, Barbara. Says, a thought just came up. I was raised with 6 brothers with big appetites. So I had to take food or there wasn't any left. Yes, that is a big one, Barbara. Yeah, that makes total sense. When you grow up in that kind of environment, yeah, you have to take enough and you gotta eat it all or they're gonna take it from you. So, Barbara, I don't know if you want to pop on. It's up to you, no pressure. And if not, that's okay. But what I would do with that is you just need to do some reframing. Well, first, I would recommend doing some echo tapping. So go back to this little version of you who sat at that table with all these boys and tell them no, you can't have my food. I'm not going to share with you. This is my food. I get to have it. Claim your space with that food. Claim what you want. And then I want you to imagine leaving food on your plate with these boys around and saying to yourself, like, it's okay for me to leave this food here. They can't take it from me. This is my food. They can't take it from me. And then after you've done some of that clearing and kind of exerting your boundaries around that, do some reframing of bringing yourself back to the present. I don't have to fight for my food now. I don't live with these boys anymore. They're not going to take anything from me. I am safe now. I have control over my food. I control how much I eat and when. I control what I leave on my plate. Nobody's going to take it from me. I'm safe now. I'm here in the present. This is no longer a threat. I recognize this from my past. This part of me is just trying to protect me. It's trying to make sure that I have enough. And I thank that part of me for doing its job, but I don't need it any longer. Okay? All right, let's see. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, well, I tried to get to everybody. Were there any other questions or any other comments? I know we had a lot of stuff we kind of dipped into, but I wanted to make sure and get to everybody that I could today. Cindy, yes.
I actually had a question, not about this, but about the schedule. Um,
Mhm.
do you know if the schedule in February is going to be the Tuesday at 5 o'clock, or does that shift in different months? Like, um, I have something at 4:30 on Tuesdays, so I'm just wondering about, trying to listen to the replays versus doing the calls live. And do you guys
Um,
know that yet? And if you don't, it's okay.
yeah, are you talking about for the 90-day reinvention?
No, I'm talking about for the Thrive, just the tapping circle that's part of the
Okay.
Thrive um, stuff. The schedule this month is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, for those calls. And anyway,
Yeah, I believe it's the same. I'm gonna pull it up right now. But if one of the other coaches finds it before I do and you want to pop on, that's totally fine. But I'm pulling up the calendar right now. February should look similar to January.
okay.
Let me see here.
Okay. I just didn't know if it was going to be a set thing, like for the future, like since Brittany's doing the other 90-day thing and um,
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah. So
reorganizing this a bit.
the buddy calls are going to be on Mondays still. They're alternating at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m.
Okay.
So the first one on the second is going to be at 2 p.m. The next week, 7 p.m.
Okay. That's great. I just wanted to know about, if the schedule is generally going to stay on that Tuesday, 5 o'clock time.
Oh, the Tuesday, 5 o'clock. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the study group. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
So study group will be on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. on the 3rd and the 17th. And
Okay.
then we have one study group call on Wednesday, the 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I just pulled it up. The February schedule is on the Tapping Circle schedule. You just have to
It is.
change the month. Because up
Yeah,
comes
it's on
January,
there.
and then just change it to February. You'll be able to see it, Cindy.
Okay. Any other questions before we wrap up for today? I really appreciate everybody that came today and everybody that shared and gave your feedback. This is such a special place, and I really appreciate everybody for being so open and honest and just sharing your energy with us. Okay. All righty. Well, I think that's it. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.